Spider-Man is one of the greatest superheroes of all time, and he has had so many costumes. Most of them have been really cool, and with this list, I, the official man, will declare the 10 best Spider-Man costumes of all time. The main rule here is the costume had to have been worn by Spider-Man. This list is cosmetic only. It's about the suits that look the best. Some of them have special features with backstories, and I'll get into that somewhat. Number 10. Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield costume. This costume is very close to the original Spider-Man Red and Blues, but it's updated to look like it was designed now instead of the late 60s. It works. It really works. The elongated Spider-Man logo on the chest is very nice. The legs of the spider are longer and of different lengths, and it looks great. The eyes are our main focus on the suit. They are bigger. Not quite McFarlane big, but bigger than the last movie. The eyes have a white mesh inside the lens that really adds to the overall cool factor of this suit. The embossed web lines also look great. The suit from the first Amazing Spider-Man was good, but this updated version of the original suit surpasses all other movie suits. This is the best of the movie suits, and the only movie suit to grace the official top 10 list. Number 9. Superior Spider-Man. Dr. Octopus was on his deathbed, but he really didn't want to die. For most people this amounts to wishful thinking, but for Doc Ock this amounts to taking over the body of Peter Parker and becoming not the Amazing Spider-Man, but the Superior Spider-Man. The Doc Ock version of Spider-Man was more brutal than the original. He even killed a guy or two, and that's something that Spider-Man would never do. This was Spider-Man at his most savage, his most cunning, and his most ambitious. Otto Octavius was determined to be a better Peter Parker than Peter Parker, so he took everything to the next level, and this included his costume. There are 2 versions of this suit. The first version's mask was laced with carboninium. As everyone knows, carboninium is used to prevent mind swap attacks. The hands and feet had little retractable talons. These are used to inject nano spider tracers with GPS and listening devices for easier tracking. Enhanced lenses in the mask. These lenses have a HUD to make tracking easier. And when Spider-Man presses the icon on his chest, it remote activates various gadgets. The first suit was destroyed in a battle with a Spider Slayer, so he builds a new version with new features. The new version had all the same features as the first version, plus 3 brand new features. Dr. Octopus must have liked the Iron Spider costume because he built 4 mechanical arms that look just like spider legs. These are also similar to his Dr. Octopus legs. A little device was put into the forearm for exchanging calls. The new suit had enhanced talons for greater damage and paralyzation with the nano spiders. This suit is awesome. Doc Ock did some very cool things with the Spider-Man costume, and it could only work within this story. This suit is not something that Peter Parker would wear. It doesn't fit within his personality. The suit is too brutal for Peter, but it's just right for Otto Octavius. The design is cool. The red and black really works. It really looks more menacing. This isn't a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I could do without the eye lenses, but it's not that bad. And they do serve a good purpose. Number 8. Ben Riley Spiderman. I would love to have the Scarlet Spider costume on this list, but this is a list for top 10 Spider-Man costumes. And Ben wasn't Spider-Man when he was in that costume. He only wore this new version of the spider suit after he officially took the mantle of Spider-Man. For a while, Peter thought he was a clone, and Ben Riley was the original. Ben thought so too, but it turned out to be a funny little joke that the Green Goblin cooked up. Spider-Man got punked. This suit is similar to the original, but there are major cosmetic differences. The spider leg on his chest symbol extends to the back of the suit, and they meet in the middle. This is a very cool addition to the suit. The arms and legs are split down the center with dark blue and the classic red web design. The mask is the same. Number 7. The Negative Suit. During a nice day out in the negative zone, Spider-Man's suit changed to a very cool black and white design. There's no color in the negative zone, and this is the result. This suit had the special ability to make Spider-Man almost invisible. Oh, the Green Goblin loves to punk poor old Peter. Old Gobby framed Spider-Man, and Peter once became 4 other brand new superheroes. He must have been drinking a lot of coffee and energy drinks to maintain the energy and coordination to become 4 new superheroes. What if he's really tired from being Dusk, and when he becomes Hornet, he introduces himself as Dusk? Spider-Man was a wanted criminal, and he had to disappear for a little while. One of the costume characters was named Dusk, and he wore a modified version of the negative suit. The design is a color swap of the original suit. The red becomes black and the blue is white. It really looks very cool. The black and white really jump out. This suit wasn't used very much, but it will always be remembered as the 7th official best Spider-Man costume. Number 6. SpiderMan Noir. This is a really strange but cool departure from the traditional Spidey suit design. The mask has minor similarities, but the rest is completely different. This is a Spider-Man from another universe. It's the 1930s and the Great Depression is in full effect. The suit fits that time while being stylish and practical. It's all black, so it will blend in with the shadows. The leather coat is made of Kevlar, so it can withstand bullets. There's no spider symbol on the chest, it's on the back of the coat instead. There's also no web motif. It has been replaced by vertical lines on the arms. These are another darker shade of black. His pants and boots are black and basic. His mask is black with reflective aviator goggles, the kind worn in the First World War. He also has a gun holster, as this version of Spider-Man uses firearms. This is a very simple and stylish version of the Spider-Man costume. The all-black design is really sharp, and the aviator glasses really complete the look. SpiderMan Noir has one badass costume. Number 5. Stealth Suit Spider-Man. Just take a look at this one. This black suit with neon highlights is just awesome to look at. The spider symbol on the chest extends all around the body and glows red or green. This is also known as the Tron suit. This suit came around the same time as the second Tron movie and looks like it was influenced by it. This design has light-up action figure written all over it. The suit was created to block out Hobgoblin's sonic scream. It wraps light and sound, making the suit invisible. The suit has its own spider tracers, and it can fix itself up if it's wrecked, and it's also fireproof. A lot of these features are possible due to this suit being made of unstable molecules. Number 4. The Future Foundation Suit. The Future Foundation was a group of geniuses that Reed Richards brought together to help solve humanity's problems. Spider-Man was one of the super members, and as such, he got a super suit. This black and white costume is somewhat similar to the negative suit that's higher up on this list. The negative suit was just a black and white palette swap of the original costume. This is a whole new design. The base color is white. The eyes and chest symbols are black, as well as the eyes and under the arms and the legs. They did a cool little extended design with the spider symbol on the chest. The legs go all around the body. The legs going all around the suit is a common theme for many of the alternate suits. It's cool that they always do it a little different each time, and this is the coolest version of the extended leg concept. The Future Foundation suit is more than just a good design. It was made by Reed Richards and uses unstable molecules. Spider-Man can change the look of the costume with just a thought. It can change to the original suit if he wants, or perhaps just his street clothes. The costume also has a black stealth mode that can be activated with just a thought. Number 3. The Black Suit. This one is an absolute classic. This suit was introduced way back in the 80s during an event called the Secret Wars. Spider-Man found the suit on a moon. It was actually a goopy organic substance that molded itself around his body and can change appearance based on Peter's thoughts. It is similar to the last entry in that way, but there is one twist. The Future Foundation suit used tech to achieve this, but the original black suit was actually alive. After Peter was noticing the suit was having a negative influence on him, he had Reed Richards remove and contain it. After the suit escaped, it bonded with Eddie Brock, and then Venom was born. The design is so simple, yet so pleasing. The eyes are big and white, and the chest symbol is large and white, with the legs extending out to the back, where there is a second large spider symbol. This costume is great, plain and simple. Black and white is a similar theme on this official list, and there is good reason. It just works with Spider-Man suits. It looks good, and that's why it gets used again and again. Number 2. The Iron Spider suit. The Iron Spider suit was created by Tony Stark, using Stark tech. The suit colors, red and gold, were influenced using the Iron Man armor. This suit was built with nanotechnology, LEP skin display, impact sensing armor integrated life support, and all-spectrum communications. This is all powered using a hybrid optoelectronic computer and superconducting high-performance plastic. The Iron Spider suit has many very cool features. There are 3 mechanical spider arms that Spider-Man can use for offensive or mobility purposes. The arms have built-in cameras so Spider-Man can see around corners. When not in use, the arms are stored in the gold circle on Spidey's back. They grow at an astounding 90 inches per second. The suit has mesh webbing on the arms that's used for gliding. The chest piece uses Casimir plate batteries that exploit zero-point energy. It generates a lot of energy. The mask has a filter that can guard against nuclear, biological, and chemical poisons. It has 8 minutes worth of compressed air, which is useful when going underwater. The eye lenses have a large area holographic ability that allows for long eye relief and panoramic real-time viewing. This includes several optical spectrum modes with synthesized information overlay. Part of the costume can detach to cover a dangerous object, such as something radioactive. This is only some of the features. Tony Stark went all out with this one. This may just be his ultimate work. Spider-Man used this suit up until the Civil War, when he joined forces with Captain America. The suit was repurposed by Stark and has gone through many hands over the years. Its last appearance was when Miles Morales, Spider-Man's uncle Darren Davis, bought the suit and used it in a major heist. Number 1. The original. You all saw this one coming. Number 1 is the original costume. It has to be the original costume. The classic red and blues are so iconic and fantastic that no other version of the costume, no matter how cool, can beat it. This is an example of an untouchable number 1. No other Spider-Man costume that has come out or ever will come out in the future is better than the first classic costume. It is so ingrained and loved in the collective consciousness of humanity that it just has to be. Seeing Spider-Man in a new cool costume is always great, but you know that eventually he will go back to his classic look and that's the way it ought to be. Nothing beats the original Spider-Man costume. Enough said.